Hey, welcome back. Let's get through that intro and let's get into this what did you buy Wednesday or what's in the box Wednesday. You decide. So, with that being done, basically the only thing I really needed was some more supplies. I'm getting ready. Tonight I want to get some color sanding done on the old Demon. So we need to get this thing a little bit flatter. We're going to start with 3000 Trizac sandpaper. I generally, somebody asked me this the other night, I generally cut them in 1x1 squares or 3/4 by 3/4 squares, and then I take marker on the back and just mark 3000, 5000, whatever, because that way they don't get mixed up. A couple of them are still gray, but they're a little off in tone, and then one of them is blue. But so I have a 3000, a 5000, and an 8000. But we're gonna hit this guy with some 3000, and I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. There's just a couple spots where there's some dust in it, but that's gonna happen. That's just the way it goes. Also, somebody wanted to know what I use. I just use these little tin or stainless cups. Put some water. I just have a small amount of water, and then I put a couple drops of Dawn dish soap in there to act as a lubricant. You don't want to go crazy, just a couple little drops. So this bottle will last you decades if you're just using it for models. So all right, well, let's get into what we picked up. So for interiors and parts and stuff, I'm a firm believer that you have to have a little bit of mixture of different brands of paints or styles of paints as well. So the acrylics, the enamels, the lacquers, if you're into urethane. So I know some people are like die hard, they don't like testers, especially after Model Master went away. Model Master was a great paint. I wish I still had mine, but I still buy these little jars from Hobby Lobby. So I needed to get some more. We got a really beautiful blue here. We got this really cool purple. That's like the Roadrunner horn purple. And then this here is a gunmetal. Really nice color. We've got another steel. I go through this enamel steel a lot. We picked up this beautiful metallic green. I don't know what we're going to do with this green or the blue, but you never know. And then I got another, like a brownish, kind of like a dark leathery look. Again, I think that, you know, mixing up some enamels, some flats, some different paints, especially when you're brushing it. And I'm definitely learning to do more different techniques with brush strokes, and you can get some really good effects on creating materials like certain leathers, certain rubbers or vinyls, or just different materials. I'm trying to think of the method that King Bob was talking about. I think it's called stipple or stepple effect, where you're going straight up and down, and it, you know, like pushes the paint and it creates like a rough texture, and it works good. Some guys use it for their carpet instead of flocking. There's a lot of people that don't like flocking their cars for carpet, so they use different brush techniques with different paints that look like carpet. And then some of them guys do that same thing for like vinyl roofs. So I've seen some really cool vinyl roofs that were painted on, not tape, painted. So there's a lot of techniques. So I'm a firm believer that I have these enamels. The Tamiya stuff works good, the Vallejo stuff. The Kaleido stuff, I've actually been screwing around with a little bit of this and using a paintbrush. It actually works phenomenally well with a paintbrush, even though it's claimed to be an airbrush ready, you know, to go paint. Again, the pigment is very strong. So what I do is, these are at Hobby Lobby. There's like 4 in a pack, and these are nice and small. You can drip a couple drops of paint in there. It's not wasteful. Do your painting. If you need to thin it down a little bit, say it's getting older or thicker, you can put a couple drops of reducer, mix it up, and you got a nice little bit of paint there for your brushing needs. So these work really good. They're nice and smooth, so you can just take a rag and wipe them right out, and you keep them nice and clean and ready for the next color. So work really good, and they're dirt cheap. I think they're $1.99 for the 4 of those things. Work really well. And then I needed more glue, and I tried some of this a while back. I did show you guys before that I was using, and still do, these little crazy glues that you get at, say, a Dollar Tree, $1.25 for 1 tube. If this little tube dries up, chuck it, no big deal, it's only $1. So still use this stuff. But Chris was like, hey, he goes, try the Zap-A-Gap. He goes, I use that all the time, great success, lasts me a while. He goes, I even have spares that are in the fridge. So it's like, okay. So I went to my hobby shop, and I got the first bottle I got, and it's been here, and it is the green medium, and it's getting down there. It's like right about there. But I've had this bottle now sitting on my bench for roughly 3.5 months. Still works great, still liquefied, awesome. And as you can see, the cap doesn't go on there because I have a needle on it. But I just kind of set the cap on there, put it up in the corner. So I decided, hey, I'm going to get some more of this product, try it. So I picked up the thin now. I bought the very small one. Again, another neat feature is that they are in a really small bottle if you don't want to spend a ton of money and if you're having a problem with your glue drying. So I bought this because sometimes thin is kind of dangerous. It can wick all over. So I figured I'd get one of those. I have a couple other things that I'm looking to do that have some ABS style products. So they make what they call a plastic zap, and it's a medium CA, but it's designed around vinyls and some ABS and Duran, and some of those types of plastics are very hard to bond at times without kind of welding them, you know, or fusing them together. So I figured I'd try this and see what it's like. The prices on these things are really good. This one I think was $6.99, and this one was $4.99 for this little guy. And then, like I said, the green bottle, which is the small one that I've had for a while, I just figured, well, I'm loving it so much, I got the next size up, and this one was $6.99 as well. Now you can get some much bigger bottles as well, and those are probably $9–10. But I like these smaller bottles. I really like is these little bottles, because you put the needle on there and it doesn't even feel like you got a lot of glue. So really good product. I've been very, very happy with it so far. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've picked up. Alrighty, well, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna get back to doing some work here. We're gonna start wet sanding this here old demon, and hopefully you do the same thing. Have some fun. This is a great hobby, relaxing. It's fun to learn. You can learn new tricks, and we all learn from our mistakes. And the best part is when we get on here and share the mistakes we made to help you not make the same mistakes we had to try and overcome. That's the beauty of this community. This community is very strong. and it's a lot of fun, a ton of fun to just sit here and build models and talk models with other people. And then as of lately, there's been, God, so many new channels popping up, and we're getting to meet a lot of great people. Also, thanks to everybody that has sent prayers, much appreciated. And again, keep Papa Z, Mr. Rick Zink, in your prayers. He's a hell of a man, and we all love him to death, and I'm definitely hopeful to meet him this year at Acme. So, peace out, everybody.